Hey, um, sorry I'm very late with this video, but I remember you asking me to help you with the edges, and we had a call last time, and then you showed me your display, and then based on this photo here, the edges is empty because apparently you did not add anything into the edge list. So I'm just gonna briefly explain without using any code. I'll try to be as English as possible just to show you like how the concept really works. So for addEdge, right, you have to insert two parameters, which is label 1 and label 2. Okay, so this is roughly how it would look like. So how the code roughly works is you have to get vertex, because if you want to add edge, you need to make sure that the vertex linked list already contains these two labels. So there will be an algorithm that will check if the vertex exists. So here is how it looks like. So it will check like there will be it's like a find vertex method. So it will check if has vertex label 1, and then it will go through the list to find if the label exists, and it will return a boolean. So after that, you call two variables, which is a list node, and then this is the code. So basically, since you have two labels, you need two list nodes. So list node E1, which is edge 1 and edge 2 basically. So like each edge, you have to call a get vertex, which means it will go through the list, the linked list. It will go through the linked list, and then it will find the list node with a string with this name. So after it finds it, it puts it in this list node. And then after you have this list node, then you add it, then you connect these edges basically. I will further explain this. Okay, so this might be confusing for you, but okay, let me explain. So personally, I think it's better to make a class vertex to store like the labels, the values, and the unique list. So like this is a class vertex. So this is the label, right? The one where it checks for has vertex, the get vertex, everything. So this is the label, and this is the value, like the one you use all the time. And then this is the edge list, which means like every vertex has its own linked list, like so. And then if you're wondering how does the list node, how is it able to call the vertex class, it's because of the contents in the list node class. So you know, right, like every list node class has next. If it's a doubly ended doubly link, it will have a previous and stuff like that, and then it will have all this stuff. Okay, so like for me, it's better not to put like everything in here. It's better to put all this in one class, like this. So it will look like tidier, and then you're gonna be able to find these variables easier. It won't be like so messy like this. I mean, like, okay, maybe right now it's not messy, but imagine you're doing assignment. You have like, let's say, the age of the person, and then you're gonna have like the status, is he infected or something, and then maybe you're even gonna have like social distancing. Is he or she practicing social distancing? And then it will like go on and on and on, and then it will be like so tedious. It will be very hard to solve your code if you apparently stumble upon any errors. So to solve this problem, you can create a class. So like vertex v. So vertex v. Okay, what is vertex? It will like go here. It's like you're opening a folder, right? Let's say I go to desktop, and then I open my folder, right? And then instead of having like lab sheet 1, lab sheet 2 like all over the place, I'm gonna put it into the Java folder. So I hope this makes sense. It will make things like more tidier, and it's easier to navigate where everything belongs. So since list node vertex v, right? So it's gonna go to the list node e1.v.edgelist.add. So how it happens is it goes to e1 list node .v, enters the vertex, which is here, vertex, enters the edge list here, and then in this edge list there's like all sorts of methods, right? One of it is add. It's basically the same thing as add vertex because it has its own linked list. You're just adding it into the edge list instead of the normal vertex list. So yeah, you add it in, and then for edge 1 you add I'm so sorry, you add the edge for label 2, and then same goes for edge 2, you add it for label 1. That's basically it actually for the addEdge. I think the main concern is how you're gonna like access this list and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure you know how to access it since you already showed me the display. So I'm not gonna explain that further. So yeah, I hope I managed to help you, and if you have anything else, just don't hesitate to ask me.